All right, we're excited to welcome Burnett, my cousin, here in the house. We want to talk AI, big topic for a lot of people, especially actors, especially anybody in any industry. It's just disrupting like so much, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's really like I'm struck everywhere I go. I went to the dermatologist yesterday. Literally there we were talking about ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
My wife went to the doctor the other day, and her doctor, she sees she's got it up on the computer. Everybody's using it. Like lawyers are using it, right?
Yeah.
Like so we're all using like the same tools. I think we underestimate the impact that has on the speed of growth. I was actually telling, was it you or was I telling another friend? I was telling him like the rate of growth technologically before was like this.
Yeah.
You know, kind of a nice steady uphill climb at a pretty good pace. But now most people don't realize with the compounding factor of AI kind of rolling out as fast as it has, as wide as it has, now the growth curve is like this. And so if you're still planning to be like this, you're gonna get left behind.
And we went into the Apple store too, and they were like, hey, we've got Apple Intelligence. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And well, I looked at it and I was like,
there yet, you know?
well, but I was like, what they're using for a lot of their Apple Intelligence, and I think it was like their Playground and, you know, some of the apps like create things. It's ChatGPT that there is the back end. You know what I mean? So I was like,
and then they're just apparently doing some deal with Gemini.
Yeah.
I hope Gemini works better for them than it works for me. Like my kids love Gemini.
Yeah.
But when I try to do anything with Gemini, like coding or I like to joke that it's like very quickly it's sad and frustrated. It's like very depressed.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes me sad. Because they'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm such a pathetic AI, you know? Like, I can't do this for you, sir. You know, and you know, come on, man.
I just think it's interesting that any company that's a major player, I mean, they are going to be wanting to use AI. Or you just get left in the dust. So
well, and actually what's interesting you said that, because one of the things I've been reading about is like these AI layoffs. Sometimes in the public release, the company will say, we're deriving so much more efficiencies from AI that we don't need as many humans.
Yeah.
But my understanding is kind of looking a little deeper is it's actually about AI costs so much that the company doesn't have all the money in the world to pay for everything. And because they are aware that AI is eating the world, they're kind of taking away from the labor side of things and putting it more toward AI. Like I'm just stunned by how fast things are changing. Like at work, I think I told you this, but my boss said that like I'm the foremost AI expert. That kind of blows my mind because 6 months ago, that wasn't the case. So I got laid off from Pluralsight in 23. But luckily, before I got laid off, I worked with a really bright kid out of BYU. And he was like a legend. And it was really annoying to us senior people. But this young kid comes in from BYU. He's making such a splash. He's doing all kinds of cool work. I worked for a boss that, frankly, I'll just say this honestly, I did not like this guy. I will not name him. Don't need to shame him. Did not like him. I'm sure it was mutual. But he did do me a favor. Thank you. And he put me together with this young guy to pair program. And I appreciate this young guy would just be vulnerable and open with me. Because from what I understand, a lot of studies show that old people are actually using AI more.
Oh, really?
And the younger people, like as Veda, my 13-year-old, she's actually kind of a Luddite when it comes to AI. She's like, I just hate it.
Oh, okay.
Hate. Anyway, so he was, but we sat down to like pair program, and from the get-go, he just drops everything to AI. And it was like an epiphany for me. Like I was like, he's considered a legend. He's doing all this work because he doesn't start with the hard way like I do. And so then earlier this year, so then I started doing it, kind of developing rapidly then and going all in, but it's been kind of like this constant, and we'll get to this later, talking about like what can actors do relative to AI.
Yeah.
But it's really been kind of this evolving theme of like, holy crap, when you have these moments of like, whoa. But like just literally like a month or two ago, I started reading about the swarm coding thing, where it's like take many agents, where all of a sudden you're the orchestrator, you're the architect, you're like the dare I say bureaucrat, like, but you're kind of the top of the heap. So you would give kind of like you would assemble your forces, you know, your agents in different capacities. So if you're doing app development, maybe you have a QA agent, you have a UI agent, you have a.
These are different
identities.
A different AI, like
different threads. So it's a good point to make, is just like so people can think about
how many do you think people should be using?
So my initial thought was basically, to close the loop on that, was basically like, it'll be in a year or two. It's already here. Because
ChatGPT basically is just create, it's like, hey, if I need an image, create that. I've used it to create like song lyrics or something like that.
Lyrics, give me advice. But that's like a single kind of identity.
And you're saying the swarm coding could be like a bunch in one.
As many as you can handle. Well, no, it's a bunch separately. Basically, people on that bleeding edge, people like me, we're going to have to figure out and we haven't gotten there yet, but like I have not figured out, like I haven't gotten my first swarm going. Hey, like I was actually just starting to work with AI to help me develop a plan.
Yeah.
I was using Claude in this case to pull down all the documentation for this tool called Agor, and then look at the project I'm working on. My thought was like, well, let's do kind of almost an A/B test, right? Like side by side. I'll continue to develop my app, basically vibe writing for mobile. It's kind of like InkForge. I pivoted slightly because I started on the desktop, like a laptop. But then it occurred to me like, well, vibe coding is so powerful. And then it was like, I was like, well, what about vibe writing? And then I was like, well, what about like, we always carry these computers around in our pocket. I don't know about everybody else, but I hate the keyboard and the swiping, like your fingers start to cramp and there's just so much friction in that interaction that legitimately for me, writing a novel on a phone, not gonna happen.
Abe's got a new business he started called InkForge. Tell us real quick, what's the premise of it and where can they find it?
To get on the waiting list, you can go to inkforge.ai. So it's basically, there's no commitment, there's no payment method required. It's literally just putting your name and email on there so that I can let you know if you're interested in playing with it when it comes out. But essentially right now my thought is like the first 100 people, first 20, we'll figure that out. They will get like free access for like a year to beta test it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And hopefully that won't be too expensive for me.
We'll see. You'll find out.
We'll find out. So the way my wife put it was like, make writing fun again. Because there's so much to writing that is such a drag, and creating just in general can be so hard. And I think what AI gives us is a bridge. And so in this case, I see InkForge as being like on your phone, or if you're like me, like we all have our bathroom time, right? And so, but maybe you want to do something more productive with that bathroom time.
Totally. Like write a book.
Like write a book. Write that bestseller.
So do they just talk right into it?
So
or do they give it ideas?
You can talk into it.
The
initial alpha version, the first version, will be pretty rough around the edges, is talking to it. And so the idea is really that it's like, you have this device everywhere, and instead of like a laptop or a tablet that people are writing on these days, but a lot of times when an idea strikes, you don't have your machine with you.
It's true.
And I'm not very good at carrying a notebook, so I have my phone. But a lot of times I'll have an idea and I'll be like, because it's like a pain. You get it out, you're on your notes app, and then maybe you dictate something, but your dictation is messy. And so there's an intermediate step there where you could take that and feed it into AI to clean it up and process it. InkForge basically removes all that friction. So you can just talk and then it will create a scene. So the idea is that it's almost like a collaborative writing experience. This reminds me of one of the paradigms that I think people have to be comfortable with when it comes to AI. Is that it is, in comparison to the old way, in so many ways, we've been micromanaging like in like everything.
So basically, if they're an author, that's really tailored to those that are like wanting to be authors, right?
Well, I think both groups can get it.
Oh, okay.
But really, like, I'm trying to tailor it to people like me who want to write a book, but find the tedium of writing to be just a drag.
What about a kid's book? Can I do a kid's book?
Yeah, you can do anything, really. Well, the only thing early up front, it won't have pictures, but it will be text.
Swarm code, change that, baby.
I could. I definitely could.
So, Abe, you actually introduced me to Sora 2. You sent me the invite.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And
so exclusive. I didn't even charge you for that.
I know you should have. So basically, on Sora 2, you can create the version I've got is just like 10-second videos. They're super short. I would do like jokes and riddles, but it was crazy to see on some of them how lifelike the images are.
Sometimes, I mean, it's really interesting because sometimes you can give like a really basic idea and then be like, basic idea and make it funny. Sometimes you'll have a very specific idea and you like write out a whole script and it completely flubs it. But sometimes it nailed it.
And it lets you do 30 videos a day, 30 submissions. And
so nice when it was unlimited before.
Oh, it was unlimited before.
It was unlimited for a while.
Oh, interesting. Probably just got so many people on there.
So maybe it was because we have the Pro, the subscription, the $200 a month. Someone like me running like a really small scale business startup, I don't have the money for actors. And so I had this bright idea, I think, like to use Sora to be like, to make an ad. For Flow State, I made ads like, whereas like one was like a Fight Club ad. And it turned out amazing. But I decided it was a little too intense to use to market my product. Because it was like, it really had like a Tyler Durden-esque character in it. Where it's like, we do not talk about Flow State. I'm like, don't convince them not to, like for real.
Scare them.
Like, I mean, it should be with a wink and a nod, right? Like,